Hey everybody, this is John. Welcome back to another video. In this short tutorial, I'd like to walk through some changes I've made to the trend following indicator. I'm currently working with version 3.4. You can see here in the upper left corner. And the changes that I've made are in the signals table. And I've added the option to look at earnings data right here, as well as the sales information. And what's cool about this is you can now hover your mouse over the table and you can actually see the earnings values right here for the past 4 quarters and the same information down here for the sales. So now when you hover over the acceleration and you see the percentages, you can actually look at the values that contribute to those numbers. So let's walk through a quick example. We can see here that the earnings went from 0.66 to 0.72. And if we pull this up here, we can see that that was a 10.2% change from the prior quarter. And then we went from 0.72 to 1.08. And if we look here at the acceleration, we can see that that was a 48.5% change. So earnings are accelerating because we're going from 10.2 increase to a 48.5% increase. And the same logic applies down here with the sales. We can see we went from 1.35 to 1.36 to 1.58. And here you can see the values. So we went from 0.5% increase to a 16.4% increase, hence the sales are accelerating. I've added a couple different options into settings I'd like to show you. If we go into settings, I've added this option here for a 4th daily moving average. It defaults to the 200 SMA. This option here requests that the price be above one of the moving averages that are defined above. And if you don't care to have this option enabled, you can select none. You can see the default here is moving average 4, which is the 200 SMA. So let me show you a couple examples of how this works. I'm going to head over to another chart, and up here on the top we have version 3.4 of the indicator, and down below we have version 3.3. The purple line right here is the 200 SMA. And we can see that up here on top, we don't have any moving average signals when we're below the 200 SMA, because if we go into here, we can see that option is configured right here, price being above the 200 SMA. Down here, that option is not enabled, and we can see there were multiple times when we were below the 200 SMA that moving average alignment began. One of the benefits of choosing that option is you can reduce a little bit of the noise. Now, like so many things in technical analysis, there's always a trade-off. So let me pull up another chart. This is NVIDIA. So you can see right here, this is the 200 SMA. However, if you look down here, same chart, same time frame, we can see here that we had moving average alignment that began over here and ended up here. So the point being, just because we're below the 200 SMA doesn't mean we can't have a worthwhile trade. If you look at this huge downdraft, this is in late 2018, that's the reason that the 200 SMA is turning down. But once the price action started to go back up, there was actual moving average alignment that was here. So again, you have to balance this like you do with all things in technical analysis, but it is an additional option that oftentimes will help reduce the noise on your charts. I hope you found that helpful. I appreciate your support of my work, and we'll see you in the next video.